Hiya folks, how's it going? My name is Lexi and I really like tabletop games. So much so that every week, once a week, I review a new game here. So if that appeals to you, I encourage you to subscribe and keep watching. A while back I was contacted by Knave of Cups, which is a really cool website that stocks a lot of smaller zine style tabletop games. They asked if they could send me a few games for me to review. I, of course, jumped and said yes please, and so I've slowly been showing off the games that they've sent. I want to say a big thank you to them for sending me these games, and also to encourage you all to check out their website. There's a lot more stuff on there than what I'm featuring on my channel, and there's some really cool indie titles that are definitely worth checking out. If you have a game that you are working on and you would like me to review a copy of it, I've popped my contact details in the description down below. I do have a bit of a delay at the moment in between receiving games and getting the reviews out, just because I have so many amazing games that I want to showcase here. Today's game is by Nathan Harrison. This is The Caravan. In this game, players take on the role of characters trying to navigate through a vast and mysterious desert, while the players are playing characters who are venturing through the desert. The mechanics of this game center around the desert itself. How the characters react to what they find in the desert is up to the players. For the characters in the caravan, their main goal is to leave the desert. This game is played with a standard deck of cards. Before the game begins, the players go around and they choose some traits for their character. There are 2 lists of 12 and you get to pick one from each list. If you'd like to roll for this randomly, you can of course use a d12. Then the game proceeds in a series of rounds. At each round, each player takes a turn being the guide of the game. Being the guide allows them to draw us from the deck of cards. Your standard deck of cards is going to be split up with a red suit pile and a black suit pile. The red suits are going to be adjectives and the black suits are going to be nouns for the places that the players will encounter. By splitting up the adjectives and the nouns for the places that you can encounter, you can have some really strange things to see, such as a painted library or an overgrown fort. At each location, a player may decide that this location for their character is the landmark that's going to direct them home. Then that character departs from the caravan. You then record what the landmark was and you take the black card out of play and put it to the side. This game ends when all of the travelers have departed from the caravan. The black suited cards represent the locations that the characters have decided is the landmark to direct them home. One extra card from the black suits pile is then added into the pile and shuffled. Then, one card from this pile is drawn and placed onto the table. This landmark was the true way out of the desert. The player who chose that landmark gets to narrate how they found their way home and what it was like to return home from years of wandering. The other players then get to describe what happened to their characters who got lost in the desert. At each location, players have an opportunity to in-character roleplay the response to these strange locations. The Caravan is a really simple storytelling game which has a lot of breathing room in it. This is a GM-less game as well, so the responsibility of narrating the events of this game are passed around. The mechanics of this game are lightweight, as you can use some d12s and a deck of cards to play. You perhaps have noticed this by now from some of the clips I've put in, but this game is actually printed on a single sheet of paper that is then folded for the presentation of the cover. I really love this aspect of zine games in how creative people can get with some paper. I love how this game folds out to show you more of the information about the game, and I really love the color choice for this print. They're just really pretty and have a great contrast. I also also received with my copy of this game a little card which has a link to a suggested playlist to play while running this game. I personally love it when a little game has a suggested playlist or some other supplement that you can add to the game's atmosphere. For me, it's just a really cool little touch. This game has a somewhat melancholy mood as the group of people that the players are traveling with gets smaller and smaller, and of course, perhaps only one or none of the members of the caravan make it home. If you are on the hunt for a low prep GM-less game, I would absolutely go and check this one out. This isn't an intense game and it doesn't rely on heavy mechanics to have a game. The desert it's set in is weird, vast, and very lonely. The events of this game also unfold as you play, so you would never really have the same game twice. You can purchase a copy of this game for $10 US. It also comes in this great little foil packet for storage, just to keep your zine safe. I want to say a big thank you to Knave of Cups for sending a copy of this game my way. I've got one more game from them to review, which I'm really looking forward to doing sometime. I highly recommend checking out their website to see all of the games they have available. Even if this one didn't tickle your fancy, they have a lot of great options. I'll be popping a link for this game specifically and their website in the description below. But what did you think of the Caravan? What do you think of a game where your character is looking for home and might not reach it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. While you're there, I encourage you to like, subscribe, maybe share with a friend, turn on notifications. It all helps this channel get some more notice. I also have a Ko-fi page where you can either donate to the channel or you can see what I'm up to. I usually use the donations that are sent to my Ko-fi page to print copies of games that I can review. I have a couple of things going on that mean I struggle to read digital copies, so all of the donations that I receive go towards this channel and helping me review all the games I receive. I hope you're all well though, and I look forward to seeing you next time at the gaming table. Bye!